Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F3 division, coming to you live round the Mexico City circuit, round number 19 of the season. It's only 3 more weeks, and then we'll be focusing on F1 2021. We're already kind of focusing on it, but this season will be over. Season 4 will be... Is season 4? Yeah, season 4. Season 4 will be done. So we got a few more things to decide, and a couple of championships also. This included, F3 included. We have still a three-way fight, mathematically, going into tonight's race. Could be 2 by the end of tonight. We shall see at the end of that, but we definitely have some entertaining action in front of us. Was originally going to be 15, but a 16th person has just joined, so that's a great number, all things considered, because we have many distractions on the background. But ahead of us, we should have a very interesting Grand Prix. I'm RSF1 Rubens, also known as Michael. You know my voice by now. I do this too often, I think, sometimes. So, no. Yeah. I'm joined once again by Chris LFC. Good evening to you, Chris. Welcome back to F3. Welcome back to Mexico, because it's been a while since we've done league racing at Mexico. Of course, we had a race last night in F2, if you call it that, with 9. But yeah, it's been a while. We're back here. Very tricky circuit tonight, but these F3 guys should entertain. See, I know this track very famously because I got disqualified last season, and I guess the only I got disqualified for corner cutting and ended up being a meme in the meme review at the end of the season. I unfortunately cannot. Well, the positive thing is I can't repeat the feat because, of course, I missed F2 last night, so that's the positive, I guess. Now I get to watch people suffer. Oh, what? Oh, you corner cutted. That's brilliant. And again. And again. So that didn't work. Yeah, so you're done with your shenanigans on your mind games, Mr. Rocket. Of course, speaking of mind games, Chris, he is now championship leader, isn't he? After a very good win in USA last week. But if you want to... Go on. He did. He proved a lot of people he was confident going into the race and so on. Made it fucking difficult for himself, spinning several times and so on. But he got the job done, and he, as I said, leads the championship going into this. But if you want to talk about mind games are now on him. He's now got the target. People are chasing him down. He like... This, Stretch has got to come back in this race because it was 8th last week, wasn't it? In Oh, Spooky! Sorry to cut across you there. I was on board with Spooky, and he got a massive tank slapper, and he clipped his front wing coming onto the outside of the stadium section there. Very lucky. It was just before final corners. It's coming out of the not really double hairpin, but you know, the tight left-right. Yeah, Stretcher's got to fight back on this one. He, I mean, it was raining. It was difficult to sort of re-overtake because he was out in Q2, wasn't he? And that's, I think, is the first step. He needs to get into Q3, doesn't he? Yeah, might see a lot of DRS trains along here. It's kind of a... Oh, apparently... Did you include your audio?
You've got to love how the Xbox Party sometimes works. It unticks the button for me after I pressed it. Well, right, you've been talking to yourself.
Lincoln DM'd me, apparently. I haven't got the stream up for various reasons.
Yeah.
Lincoln, can you sort of DM me saying that's work? Because apparently, again, unticked and then...
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Blimmin' Xbox. They do it sometimes. I don't know why.
No, so...
But yeah, should all be good now. I just checked to make sure. Yeah, I just checked to make sure it's still there, and it's still ticked at the moment. So... Fingers crossed.
Yeah, well, but Twitch has been... I see. We have a little bit of an issue at the moment.
What did you say?
Yeah, we got some bother in the chat. People being stupid, pretty much.
Okay.
And I will be dealing with that in a minute. But in the meantime, just ignore them. They're just causing attention to themselves, which is just silly. What are they? 4? I
don't even have the chat open, so...
Yeah, apparently they are. But we ignore it. So we carry on. Yes, what I was talking about. The other guy on pressure is Quakeros Chris, because he's in a situation where if he doesn't score big, he's out of the championship hunt.
Yes!
Hunt.
Yeah, he's
kind of mix the two words together.
Yeah, he's 59 points behind as we speak, and there's only 78 to play for, I believe, because you get the 3 fastest lap points, don't you? Oh, Rocket's around!
Mm-hmm.
Rocket's around. He's got lucky. In the corner. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's still hit the wall.
Uh-oh.
Right. I was talking to you about that corner before, and Rocket has been absolutely throwing it there every single lap in practice. And he's done it now in the qualifying.
I see.
Yeah. I thought he might have got to grips with it by now, but he has not. Oh, wow.
Bear with me. Just going to load up my laptop.
You can have a little look at the chat, see what's going on.
I think my band hammer's going to come out.
I think it might need to, mate.
I haven't seen it personally.
No, I haven't seen it myself yet, but from what I've read in previous chats, it's normally not good. Nice little lap.
Meantime, Shane is, Shane's looking good. 14.3.
That's quite a quick lap for Q1.
I was going to say, I can't remember kind of good lap times around here, but I think anything low 14s into 13s, you're looking pretty good, regardless of what tier you're in.
Yes, exactly. Camo's retired, which is quite rightly. That's more than enough. He'll be fine. And I think Stretch will be fine as well. Well, I've just realised there's only 15 drivers. They'll all be fine.
Well, we'll switch going late on, and I'm surprised he hasn't.
Yeah, I think Swift's done the noble thing, and because he was late, he's not qualifying.
Well, at least some people do it. I got caught out by that in USA a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I remember you saying. But no credit. You know
not salty
credit
about
to
that
Swift.
still.
No credit to Swift for not going out on track.
We do have another driver among us, and yeah, this is where I bring the kind of we are adults, so we need to talk about this, so on, and why that is.
Right.
First of all, let's get this out of the way. Toxic MW, no longer part of the league. We all know why. It is a sad situation as to why he was removed, but the right one in the end. And the league obviously will move on. So, moving swiftly on, welcome to a brand new driver, FTR Asteroid in the Renault, having his first race, and he's popped it straight into third place, so already on pace, and we wish him the best of luck going forward.
Yeah, that was a very nice lap for
That's
his
that done.
first RSF1 lap. So, yeah.
Oh, he likes it. He weaves left and right. Hi, I did good. Yeah, I did good.
He loves it.
7 minutes to go. Right. Another thing I need to do is news this morning or earlier today. Of course, we have multiple leagues in online racing, and we're all part of it together. We're all part of one big community. And unfortunately, a huge name in a league called, let me just bring it up, Summit League Racing, or SLR for short, lost one of its huge members. There used to be a admin, head steward, those kind of things, always used to be around. I didn't know the guy personally, but unfortunately he lost his life. And he was born in the year 1997. So, very, very sad news, of course. It's not something, regardless of whether you know the person or not, it's always a sad news to hear. And of course, us being the racing community, we are here for, our thoughts are with him. So, rest in peace. Callum McKeon was his name. So yeah, and there is a FundMe page for his family, because he does leave behind a wife and 3 kids, which is again is really sad as well. So any help for the FundMe page, I'm sure someone in the chat will be able to put that up. I'll put that up later on for anybody else that misses it. Any or as little as can to help with that will be good. So again, our thoughts are with his family and his friends at this time.
Yeah, I couldn't have said that any better myself, mate.
I hope I did it proud.
Yeah, you did.
Anyway, yes, it's regardless of whether you know or not, anything that happens to any like racing driver, you know, we're all in this doing the same thing for fun and so on. So when something happens like that, just suddenly, all you got to do is think for them. And again, I hope this race ahead will be the good entertainment that will do him proud, I guess.
Yeah. Let's hope they put a show on today. As Spooky spins.
Oh, hey, hello.
I think he's on an in
Well,
lap and he's just messing around, but yeah.
As there's only 15, I guess this is practice at the end of the day, but I'll be spinning again. This is what Rocket did in US, isn't it?
Yeah.
Even the camera's lost him. There he is.
Yeah, Rocket likes to do this occasionally, just a good spin. In a previous racing league, he'd like to spin on the he likes to spin on the formation lap a lot. Yeah, Spooky's messing about.
Yeah, he's just doing a little few donuts and so on.
Yeah. I mean, he may as well. He's on his in lap on tyres he probably never looked at again.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't retire doing this, he'll be okay.
As long as he doesn't bit it into the wall, jeez.
He might retire if he's not careful.
I did get disqualified as well.
And that, yeah. But
We at RSF1 have professional drivers that act accordingly at all times.
Yeah, that's the one.
Honestly. Championship standings. I believe you've got them up. Will you go through them with just over 3 minutes to go?
Yes, 1 second. I have to zoom in on them a bit. They're a bit small. Right. So, down in 19th place, we've got Braver Container in the Haas car with 13 points. Then we got Blazer Guns, 15 points. Then Matty in the Ferrari, 21, joined by DPS Racing 3515 on 21 also, who's in the Alpha. And you got Grunt in the Racing Point. Racing Point are doing very, very well in most leagues, to be honest with you. He's got 22. Then you got Crazy Fish in the Red Bull with 26. SSRL Gasly with 35 in the McLaren. Quirky Turtle, 44 points in the Haas. Then you got Swift, who's relatively new around here, with 44 points in the Ferrari. Then Ripping One Shot, who's Pretty sure he's quite new as well, isn't he? He's in the Williams car.
Was an F2, I think, around Monza.
Yeah.
Joined
yeah,
us.
I thought he was
at Monza, I believe.
new. But he has 47 points already, so that's good from him. Spooky with 54, as we just saw Spooky messing about on his lap. And then we've got Millsy in the Alfa Romeo on 71 points in 8th. Then Eagle in 7th in the Mercedes with 76, who's hunting down those top 4 spots for the Race of Champions, which we'll get into in a bit. I's the best in the Red Bull, 87 points, just outside of the top 4. Hunting down Camo, who's got 98. I don't think he's scored points for a while, has he, Camo? That I remember, anyway.
He scored. I believe he scored in USA.
Did he?
Yep. I believe he was for 10th.
Ah, okay. Well,
yeah.
Ended the drought then, which is good news.
Ended the drought, yes.
Yeah. Then you got Quaker with 128 points, 59 behind the leader, who's in 3rd in the AlphaTauri. Then you've got Stretch in the Mercedes, 174 points, 13 points behind our leader, Musical Rocket, in the Williams car, who has been pretty good since he came into the league. I think around Monaco, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think he popped in around Monaco, and then he had a few bad races, and then all of a sudden found his form. So he seems to have found his own in the league, and he's doing really, really well for himself of late. But I better not forget the constructors, because I normally do. So we've got Haas, my team, down at 89 points at the bottom. Then McLaren, 95. Then we've got Alfa Romeo with 112. And then a bit of a gap there to AlphaTauri with 143. Followed by Renault above them on 150. And Ferrari 188. Then there's a big, big gap to the leading 4, where you've got Mercedes 250 points in 4th. Racing Point 262 in 3rd. And you've got Red Bull 317, only 4 points on Williams with 321 at the very, very top. So it's very, very close in the constructors as well, which is crazy.
Oh, just found the banhammer. I wonder where the banhammer was. Where is it? I found it. Right. Seeing if you guys want to be 4 years old.
Well, yeah, we've got all these drivers hunting down the top 4, haven't we, for the Race of Champions at the end of the season. That'll be crazy.
Yes, very, very, very good.
Which I can't say too much about, because I don't know too much about it.
Well, the Race of Champions. It's all on the Race of Champions thing on the Discord.
Yeah, but
Please.
I forget.
All right.
I have looked. I forgot.
I'll give you a swift reminder, as everyone else as well. So it's the So it's the top 4 at the end of the season, top 4 in each division, all gets put forward into one big race, one big hurrah, before obviously we focus on F1 2021. Obviously because of England games and other altercations, there's not much time to fit it in, of course. It would be difficult, but hopefully we can give this okay game. I know it's had its issues, but it's been okay, I guess.
I wouldn't go that far, mate, with the glitches I've been dealing with.
Yeah. Been better than before. Should we say that?
Yeah, put it this way,
Getting
F1
there.
2019 was so bad I didn't even buy it. So...
Yeah. Nobody mentions 2015.
No. I've got a bit of
I said
information
it.
as well, by the way. Swift has a race ban.
Oh.
Asteroid is Comet dropped down from F2.
Oh. So that confuses me because now your name is
just told me.
Oh, so he's a comet. He was a comet. He's now an asteroid.
Apparently so. I don't know why.
No. He will be a moon. He'll be a moon by next week.
Exactly, mate. Exactly.
A moon by next week. He'll be a sun by Brazil. He'll be, I don't know, be a galaxy by Abu Dhabi.
Exactly.
Shall I stop?
Yes, please.
Shall I stop?
Please stop.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously good to see that he's still around.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, he hasn't changed his Xbox name yet. That's why. Well, you should do so. That's why it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it can get very confusing.
Anyway, Q2. Here we go. obviously strategy comes into play, so on and so forth. I'm clueless in strategy, Chris. You might want to help me out here.
Right, it's a two-stop. It's definitely a two-stop. It's going to be a soft to mediums potentially, or soft, medium, soft. Or you could start on the mediums and do 2 sets of softs. Realistically, don't touch the hards. They're not fantastic, and you'll probably still have to do another stop, so it's pointless. So a lot of drivers probably will just go out on the mediums, give it a little run, and then go out on the softs afterwards. But yeah,
I see.
I don't think all drivers will go out straight on the mediums. As you can see, a lot of drivers have gone out straight on the softs. But you need to get these mediums on track just to see how they feel for the race, because they're not great.
Just checking our drivers. So Grunty's about to begin a lap, Chris. If you jump on board, it'll take us through a lap of Mexico. It's going to be on the softs as well, so a bit more grippy.
Yeah, I can do my very, very best. First ever hot laps. We'll see how this one goes, eh? Coming around the final corner, he's got an absolutely nail it, and he does to get a good run down this very, very long straight. I would give you numbers how long it is, but I have absolutely no idea. Opens the DRS perfectly at the line. Now he's got to spot his braking point into turn 1 and try not to invalidate on the inside, but at the same time get the best run for turn 2. And he does, he absolutely nails that, switch the cut to the side, and then through the left, right, perfectly, no traction problems at all, and he's on the curb on the exit and going down the back straight with his DRS open once again. Now it's about spotting the braking zone on the right here to get a nice little turn into the left to nail the next right, and he gets it about right, I would say. That looks pretty good. He's still not invalidated, so that's actually progress. Nails that hairpin. I call it a hairpin, but I think it's 2 rights really. Now here's the tricky part of the track. Very easy to invalidate. You've got the left, right, and he has invalidated, unfortunately for Grunty.
Carry on.
And he's kind of backed off at the moment though, but I think he could have done a very nice lap there, because it looked really smooth from the start. And he's coming around now into the stadium section as he's cruising. He's just backed off right now, and he is probably going to line up for another lap. And he's not putting enough fuel in the car. We'll see. Would you like me to go around with him again?
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah? Okay. Onto the main straight again. He does get a good run off that final corner, which we saw previously, and gets the DRS open at the perfect time. He uses all the rev limiter on gear 7 as well. I've seen some drivers do that, some don't. But now he needs to nail the braking point, about 75 metres roughly, and he does miss the apex this time. So it's not as clean as it was the first time, and he, to be honest, I think he gets a better run off of the turn 3 or 4. Now down to the back straight, can he nail his braking zone here and get the car to the left as far as possible to get the best run with this right-hander? And he seems to do okay, not too bad. Now into the little hairpin, the double right. Get as best traction he possibly can. In gear 2, I would have gone up to gear 3 personally. Now into where he invalidated last time. Down to 4th gear, up to 5th gear. Hasn't invalidated this time. Kisses the curb nicely. And he absolutely nails the second part of the S section. Now he's coming down into the stadium bit now. Can he get the braking zone right here? Shouldn't invalidate here. Perfect through there. Into the hairpin in the stadium section. Very, very slow corner, but very technical. You can lose the back end very easily. Into the final corner on the track. He comes around the final corner, gets to the inside, hugs the inside curb, and sets it 1:14.444.
Nice.
Very nice lap from Grunty.
Very nice described from yourself as well.
I tried.
What you got to do is say what you see. It's like a famous TV show. So
I've heard of that.
Oh, you've heard of it as well? So I was like,
yeah.
Is he gonna know?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, 14.4 is not bad from Grunty on the second lap on the softs as well.
Yes, but those tyres might be really, really bad in the race to start on. That's the only problem.
Yeah. So, with you saying, strategy you're starting on softs and you go either a double medium or a medium soft. If you went the medium soft route, I guess at this point you would try and save a soft set of soft tyres.
Yes, you wouldn't want to use the other fresh set if you want to save it. I wouldn't touch it. So Grunty probably won't do any more in this session.
Ooh. Racing point 1-2. Camo goes a 14.485.
That's very close
Looking
between
very
the two
good.
of them.
Now, Camo is officially out of the championship
Yes.
in terms of the drivers. Because it's like he's 90 something points behind, and there's 77 remaining. So unfortunately, he will not get another trophy next to his name in the Discord, because we all want a trophy next to our name.
Correct, the 78 remaining, I think.
Oh, the 78.
Yeah.
25,000 slap. Yes, you are correct. So yeah. But as memory serves from last season, when he was in the championship fight, he was very, very strong around here. So I am expecting him to be near the top. Can he end his Baron streak tonight? We shall see. He hasn't been on the podium since China was the last time I remember.
That was my debut race.
It's been a while.
That didn't go too well.
Stretch's already done his lap on the mediums, but I think he's going to have to go on softs to go for. I think it's, again, the offset between the softs and mediums looks too big to me.
Yeah, it's way too big. Those mediums feel awful. And he will go out the softs, otherwise he'll be out.
Yeah, this is not a case of, I don't know. On fresh tyres is quite beneficial around here though, but the problem is he does not want to be stuck again in that area where things could happen.
Yeah.
Not a position that he's in.
Yeah, you say that it's beneficial, but if you're starting, say, down 13th, 14th, there could be a cluster of cars turning in on turn 1 and you're going to be in a crash. Because it really does narrow up into turn 1 very, very dramatically. Yeah. And you don't want to be at the back at all.
No, and he has been in that situation before. I remember Russia,
nice
as Shane gets a 14-3. Shane looks very handy tonight.
He does. Is he on a pad or is he on a wheel? Because he seems very quick.
Wheel, I think.
I think this might be a wheel track, if I'm completely honest.
Oh yes, it's the middle sector, isn't it? When you hook that up on a wheel, it's ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Sorry to interrupt you. Carry on with whatever you were saying.
Yeah, massive lockup for Rocket. I'm on board with him now. He's gambling on the mediums as well.
Yeah, he's come out really late to gamble on the mediums as well. And he got his fuel light flashing, so he's going to do a very slow in-lap.
Yep.
Oh, he's cautious.
Just about keeps it there.
Yeah, he doesn't like that corner.
Yeah, exit of the S section there. Similar to, well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we'll go from Japan, which had that in the first sector, and then USA in the first sector. This is in the middle, but it's all the same, isn't it? You've got to hook up one corner after another. If you mess up one...
But to be fair, here and USA are a little bit more drivable than Japan. Japan is just awful. I was lapped in 3 laps. It didn't go well.
Rocket did a 15.2 on the mediums, but again, it's like Stretch. He's going to have to go out on softs, otherwise he's going to be out in Q2.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough from Rocket. And he'll know that as well. Shane's fine. Shane will be fine.
This is what I was thinking earlier as well. You got guys like Shane, like Grunty, Camo, Ice the Best. They're out of championship contention. They're all desperately trying to fight to get in the Race of Champions, of course. Yeah. Which is a good thing to see. You know, and hear that people like, I want to be in that last race, even though it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's just effectively a massive social race.
Yeah, exactly. But it's something. It's quite a thing to be in. It's going to be a big event.
Also, there is going to be a thing for those that haven't qualified for the Race of Champions and are just watching. There will be something for you. Muddy Biscuit, it's going to be a Muddy Biscuit kind of coordinating it, organising with the admin's kind of help as well. But Muddy Biscuit is planning something for those that aren't able to take part. So there'll be incentive to watch. I'll leave it at that till when he's ready, pretty much.
I'll be spectating anyway. I'm always in the chat having a little look. Hopefully I get to call on one. You never know.
I'm still yet to decide who is, really.
Interesting.
I mean, I know it could be us, because we're so far off of qualifying for it, it's ridiculous, but...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently on 0 points in F2,
Mate,
so...
I think I've got like 16 or something, so I'm not
Yeah.
anywhere near.
Ooh! Quirky, hello!
Oh, that was a good lap.
14-1.
I was watching on board and it didn't look spectacular. But somehow we've done that. Fair enough.
Proved you wrong.
Exactly, fair enough. I'm happy for that. Being a house driver myself.
Oh, I'm a house driver as well.
I didn't
Wait, am
know.
I?
I was going to say, I didn't know that you were.
What car do I drive? Yeah, I am a house driver. I am a house driver in F2.
Oh, nice.
Because I used to be in F1 and I wasn't, and now I am.
I didn't know this. Okay, nice to know.
You've only got me for another 2 races. Don't worry.
Damn it.
Right, Millsy. So 2 minutes 40 to go, and you've got Millsy, who we're currently on board with, Blazer, Crazy Fish, Spooky, Stretch, and well, all those are out. And Rocket is right on the cusp, but he is on the softs. In fact, everyone's on softs.
Yeah.
So
Rocket hasn't come out the pitch yet, though.
leaving it to the absolutely last minute.
Which is very brave when you can invalidate in a millisecond around here. I'm calling... No, I don't think Rocket's going to make the top 10.
Oh, that's bold.
I think he's going to push too hard and he's going to end up crashing on his lap.
Millsy turned in a bit too much in the opening part of the S section. He's invalidated his lap, so he'll have to go again.
Stretch is backed off, so he didn't like his lap. He's going to go again.
He's got a lot of traffic actually in that last sector, not what you need really.
No. Rocket's coming out now, so he's left it literally to the last minute.
Ooh, he's going to have 1 lap.
And he's going to have to get out of the
That's
way
it.
of Stretch as well, who's coming down the pit straight.
Ripping 1 shot and Williams goes second. Nice, the best retires in 7th on a 14.5. He might be in a bit of danger, as is Quaker Roads as well. As Spooky 14.8 just makes it in the top 10, but he's right on the cusp. He might need another one, which he is going for.
I was going to say, I don't think that's going to be enough with Musical and Stretch, who could improve if they set a good lap.
We've got a Mercedes come out. It's Eagle in the Mercedes flying round the middle sector. That's not a pun, trust me. Just what word came out. Eagle flying.
I didn't even clock, mate.
Hey.
It's too hot.
Yeah, through the left and right. Yeah, it's 26 degrees at the moment. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right,
Quaker's
through the
left.
final corner.
Oh, I need to get Quaker back in.
14.5. Uh-oh. It's very close. It's a couple of tenths from 2nd to 9th at the moment.
Oh, wow. Wait, it said Quaker's left, but he's in the session. I'm confused. Okay.
Millsy's retired. Millsy...
Stretch in the
tried his
final
best, I
corner.
think.
Comes around the final corner, does like 14.7.
Uh-oh.
That might not be enough.
He's in trouble.
Yeah.
And he's given Musical Rocket behind a lovely, tasty slipstream down towards turn 1. He is going again. No, he's not going again. He's backed out. Stretch is in real trouble.
Stretch is going to get a penalty if he's not careful. He's slight. Rocket's invalidated. Rocket's out. Rocket's
They're
out.
both out.
Rocket's... Yeah, I called it. Rocket.
Oh, no, they're not both out. They're not both out. Stretch is just going to scrape through because the rest, outside the top 10, have all... Well, Blazer spun it. Crazy Fish invalidated. Rocket, as you say, invalidated. Spooky got damaged, so Stretch scrapes through, and I mean scrapes through, by half a tenth.
Do you know what? I had a feeling Rocket was going to push way too hard on that lap. He left it to the last minute, which was not advised at all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Championship contenders, 10th, 12th. Well, you got Quaker Oats up in 6th, who will be slightly happy because at least one of his people he has to catch is outside the top 10. But again, we've seen this before, Chris, where Stretch, Rocket, or Quaker have been outside the top 10. They can easily get back into it, but it's not what Rocket would have wanted.
No, I'm inviting Quaker back in now because it was telling me he was still in the game, but I think it all crashed completely. So I've invited him back.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, wasn't he pole last week as well,
Yeah.
Mr. Rocket? Yeah, so that shows how fortunes can change.
We did not see that coming. Well, I
He
sort of did.
he left it late. He left it late as well, which
Yeah.
you know, it's unwanted pressure. He's letting a little bit of frustration out as well.
Yeah. I did a tiny bit of practice with Rocket before this, and he was doing that a lot. The spins, pushing too hard, and that's why I'm surprised he left it to the last minute.
Well, is what it is. He will start 12th, not the end of the day. He will be on fresh tyres and so on.
No, if you remember last time he started quite far down the grid at Russia, he was in 6th or 7th by turn 2. So you never know.
It could be massively beneficial for him, because if I remember in Russia there was a incident in the first corner. So if the same thing happens again,
Yeah.
as you say, he'll find himself in the top 10 and in a great position, but he is in that danger zone.
Yeah.
So he's got to keep it out of trouble. Quirky Turtle tops Q2 of a 14.1.
He'll be very happy with that.
It's too hard. It really
It
is.
is, mate. I'm struggling. The window's wide open and I'm really struggling.
What's the temperature where I'm at? 21. It's cooled down a little bit. It doesn't feel like it.
No, it definitely doesn't feel like it has here.
Rocket, keep anything that could go to the stewards out of the chat, please.
I guess he's talking about being behind stretch in turn 1.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't think he did anything wrong. But
No.
yeah, it's not for us to decide.
Anyway, Q3, top 10. This could be a fascinating top 10. I see a lot of candidates that could get pole position here, Chris.
Yes, there's a few drivers that could nail this lap. Who's your call? Who do you think?
I reckon we could see... I reckon we could see a surprise. Well,
okay.
Maybe surprise isn't the word. Because I was thinking, like, before this, like, in every tier, when you get to this stage of the championship, like, you got drivers that are in it. In this case, you got Quaker Oats, Rocket, and Stretch. They obviously want the most points as possible.
Yeah.
To beat each other. But then you got people outside of a championship. They're racing just for pride or just for confidence into the next game. We're looking at the guys like Shane, Camo, Grunty, Quirky Turtle. All will have looked really quick today. They could be a thorn in the side of, well, Quaker especially. Quaker needs a win, really, today, regardless of what the other two do.
Yeah.
To stay in the championship.
I think
he needs to outscore them by 9 or something.
Yeah, I think it's too
at
much
least have
for
a chance
to do at this point, personally. But he can try his best and see what he can do. Just try and win the race, really.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, Shane pops it on pole, Camo in second, and then you got Quaker in third. It's like Quaker would be like, well, I don't want these two in the way. But they're racing their own race. They want to win. We all want to win.
Yeah.
So,
exactly. I love how you avoided
Shane is
the answer, though. You haven't actually said who you think it's going to be on
I haven't
pole.
said the other, like a politician. I'm like a politician, aren't I? I'm actually bagging Shane, actually, the one I'm on board with.
Do you know what?
I'll go with him.
That's my shout. I completely agree with you. I think Shane's got it.
Yeah.
He's got the pace today.
Yeah. Looking very, very comfortable as he goes through. What turn is that? 4 and 5. Yeah, and then double right-hander there. And then you got to get the braking and kind of the turning at this point correct, and then the car just flows through here. If you can hook it up, got to be easing off a little bit on the exit through there, or understeer, snap wide. Very nice. Very nice from Shane so far. Looking very controlled, using all the track that he can at certain points into the final corner. You've got to get the exit absolutely perfect on the final corner. It's a 14.2. Very solid banker lap from Shane now.
Yeah, Quaker Oats around the final corner is going to set a 13.9.
39! Nice.
That's a nice
We're in the
lap from him.
13s.
And I think he's the best of the next driver across the line. Or if I missed one, Quirky tell. I missed Quirky, but there's eyes in P5. Did he invalidate? Might have invalidated.
Yeah, he did. Couple of validations. I think Camo was on his out lap. Asteroid 15-0. And then you got, I think it's Eagle next. It is Eagle. He goes 14-7. Right. In terms of pressure qualifying, actually, is stretched because he only just scraped through into this top 10 shootout. He needs, with Rocket in 12th, he needs to. I mean, I'm talking at least top 5.
Yeah,
no pressure stretch.
He needs to be nowhere near where Rocket is.
Yeah.
Because
if he ends up 9th or 10th.
Yeah, that's going to be absolutely no benefit to him. In fact, that might benefit Rocket.
Well, then Rocket will be able to see his target.
Yeah, and you'll have fresh tyres as well.
Nicely through, a few lockups here and there. Looks pretty solid, but is it quick enough? Quaker Oats is doing exactly what he needs to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Quaker's doing the job.
55.9 middle sector. I was on board with Shane, and he would think he was a 55.7 if I remember, so he's already down on Shane's time. You get like a solid banker lap test to begin with, can work on it. It's going to be 15.1.
I would say that's a good banker lap, but he has to improve on that. He certainly has to improve.
Camo's invalidated his second run. Teammate though, Grunty's on a lap though. Through the final corner. Obviously in the race you've got to get really good. A 14.4, 4,000ths quicker than what he did in Q2. Goes P3.
Second row of the grid for Grunty at the moment, so it's good news for one side of the racing point garage.
Evening to Primus, she's just giving a wave in the chat. My fellow, well not fellow because we weren't in the same team, but my fellow Le Mans participator over the weekend. I'm just recovered, I think.
Yeah, how many hours did you do in the end? It was a few.
It was meant to. Here's the thing, because obviously you plan so much and prepare so much, and things don't always go well.
Yeah.
I ended up doing 6.5 hours of my planned 8 because I disconnected halfway through a couple of the stints, and it was on Forza 7. And unfortunately, it's not like this game. When you lag out, that's it. You can't go back in.
Oh, that's rubbish.
So it was good. I mean, when you're really in it, you're just all your mind is focused on it.
Yeah.
You can't really think of anything else. So on the back end of it, through most of Sunday, I'm like, oh, where is the world? Where am I? Because you just lose track of everything. Because when you're racing for that long, you just keep an eye on social media, keep an eye on Discord. It's like you need to catch up with absolutely everything.
Yeah.
So
I suppose you're kind of blind to what the rest have done, in a way.
Yeah. Camo does set a lap. Sets a third lap on the same tyres. Goes 14.5, which is not bad considering.
No, Stretch has invalidated again.
Big pressure. And does he have any sets of tyres left?
Yeah, he might not, He's done a few laps now. He might not have any fresh tyres at all.
Depends what he did in Q1, really.
Yeah.
Whether you pushed in Q1 or not is really going to come into... What's the word? Fruition? Tuition? No, fruition.
It's one of them.
Fruition.
One of those
Yeah,
words.
that's the one. Asteroid is on out lap. There's a Renault just about to begin. It's Shane, who's currently second at the moment. Angling for pole position. We say pole position is... Obviously, being on pole is obviously good because it's momentum and it's, you know, ego boosting and all that. However, pole around here is kind of like Spa. You kind of don't really want to be on pole or
No.
even front row. You want to be second row.
Yeah, you want to be third and fourth because you really will lose a lot of time being at the front row. Like you said, you get the slipstream down into turn 1 and you're passed way before turn 1. Such a long
Really
run
depends on the start.
Exactly, you need to get an amazing launch.
Absolutely nailing the middle sector so far. Can he get the exit? Car snapped a little bit. Does he improve? He's 10th down.
Quirky absolutely nails the middle sector. Purple, apparently. We don't know if that's actually purple, but he's done purple.
That's personal best to himself.
I don't know why they ever changed that.
Trains back in. Oh, will be hard pushed to get back out again, but I think that's his only fort as
Quirky
he goes
around
in.
the final
Here comes
corner
Quirky.
and 14-0.
Oh, so close.
That was a nice lap from him.
Very close to Quaker. Is this on an outlet? There's a Mercedes coming around. It's Eagle again. He is... Oh, he's only just up. Nice short shifting out of those corners, which of course is the way to go, especially if running no traction, which I think he must be. Goes up to 4th. Just ahead of Grunty and Rip and Run Shot.
Yeah, he's invalidated again, but if he did set that lap, he would have been in P4 with a 14.3.
How's Asteroid getting on? Obviously debutant in the Renault. He can join his teammate on the middle row. That would be middle row, second row would be pretty good. Improves considerably, but is 8th, a 10th away from 4th. That's how close it is.
Yeah, it's very close. From 4th down to... Yeah, 4th to 8th. That's crazy.
See if Eyes the Best can join him, yet to set a lap, and he's...
I think he took it very cautiously through that S section this time.
Good middle sector though, 55.1. That's pretty up there. I think Quirky was a low 51 as well, so this could be front row, might even be pole.
Ooh!
Oh, and it might have been if it weren't for the humongous slide out the last corner. Still goes 4th.
See the gap between him and Eagle.
Quicker than Eagle.
Jeez.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, there goes Eagle. Up to 3rd, just behind Quirky.
What is Stretch up to?
One shot goes to 5th.
Stretch coming into the final corner, and it's probably his final run.
He's got time to go again.
And he's done a 14.3. It's only
That's better. 6th place.
Very, very close. That's ridiculous.
Shane, who rushed into the pits like a minute ago, because how short this track is, he's able to come out and start another lap with 10 seconds to go. He's going to be the last across the line.
And he's on fresh tyres from what the telemetry
Grunty! Oh, Grunty's out! Oh,
Grunty!
Oh. Right at the...
Getting out of the way.
Right at the exit of the S section, I saw he got a massive slide, tried to catch it, car snapped it back the other way, and he's out.
So easily done.
There goes his teammate Camo, who waves, I guess,
you can
as
see
he
him in
goes
the
through.
background.
Yeah.
What's Shane up to? He's back here, okay.
Yeah, he'll be the last across the line.
Yeah, Stretch
Camo
is
be the
3 tenths
first.
down.
Camo goes 5th. So, Stretch, is he even going to improve? No, stay 7th.
One shot's in the pit.
There's a one shot, it's just Shame. And he's a 10th down and invalidated. So it is Quirky Turtle takes pole position, and he massively needed it, considering his title rivals are 7th and...
Do you mean Quirky
7th and 12th. I did say Quirky Turtle, didn't I?
No, it's the Quirky Turtle. He's P2.
Oh. They both start with a Q.
I know, it's close enough.
Yeah, Quirky second. So yeah, Quaker Oats first, and then you got to go down to Stretch and P7, and then Musical Rocket in 12th in terms of our championship leaders.
Yeah, I don't think that's good enough for Stretch personally. He would have probably wanted to be further up.
To be fair to him, it's pretty good effort considering how close it is around him. So
yeah, another 10th would have been P4, P3.
So Quaker and Quirky on the front row. Eagle and Shane on row 2. Camo and One Shot on row 3. That's a tasty row there.
Yeah.
Stretch and I is the best on row 4. Row 5 will be Grunty and Asteroid.
I love how quick,
Also known
how
as
close
Comet.
these guys are. It's great. 5 tenths down to 10th.
Yeah, short track as well, so helps out even more.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, imagine what it'd be like in Brazil then. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, Brazil's another one where qualifying is crazy. Really need to be on it. Don't. This track in Brazil are, I think, the 2 tracks in the calendar where if you set a time in qualifying, don't assume it's going to be safe.
Exactly. It's so easy to just gain that 10th, and that's enough to just knock you out like 3 or 4 places. But no rain.
Right, sunshine. I remember last season it was monsoon and you couldn't see down to turn 1. It was that foggy.
Why couldn't have that happened this season as well? That'll happen in my race. I'm saying that. I don't think I'll be there, but it'll be happening on Thursday, I reckon. It normally rains in F4 for some reason. Now, if anybody's new, we've got this little waiting time now until the host will ready up. Twiddle your fingers or say something in the chat until we're ready, I guess.
Or talk to the seagulls, apparently.
Yeah, I live in Cornwall.
Ah, right on the coast, or?
Well, I'm from originally down on the coast, and I'm literally heading down there tomorrow at Penzance, but I'm currently living in Liscard, so a bit further up the line.
Nice.
But yeah, it's quite nice. Especially
So what are we
sunny.
expecting? What are we expecting in this race? Aaron in the chat wants the top 4.
Ooh.
So just bring up the race director there. There we go. There is your grid. In fact,
Right.
top 4: Quaker, Quirky, Eagle, and Shane.
Is this me being put on the spot here? I presume so, right?
Yeah. What's just your opinion? Just your opinion. At the end of the day, there's nothing wrong.
I think Quaker will win. I think he'll lose the lead at the start, but I think he'll come back and he'll take the win. I would say Shane P2, Rippin One Shot P3, and Rocket P4. My shout.
Sounds pretty good. I'm gonna go with who hasn't won a race on this grid? Who hasn't won a race in a while, actually, because I think everyone here has won a race at least once, apart from Asteroid, of course. I'm gonna go Shane for the win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go for it. A Renault 1-2. I'm gonna go Shane first, Asteroid second, and I'm gonna go Stretch third.
Okay. So you think Asteroid on his debut is going to get P2?
Mhm.
A lot of faith you have in him.
That and the fact that, as we mentioned before, the lower you start on the grid technically is kind of an advantage around here.
It
the
is.
longest, it's the longest run down to turn 1, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's a crazy run into turn 1.
It's 10 seconds from the grid to the first corner.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the actual time.
10 seconds just over, depending on how you manage the wheel spin, so, but it's about 10 seconds, because I counted it as you were, or it'd be longer than that, it'd be about 15 seconds from a standing start.
Okay.
Because I counted it when you were on board someone for their hot lap. And it was about 10 seconds from when they crossed the line to when they got to turn 1. So from a standing start here, it's about 15 seconds.
Crazy. Right. I better run us through
the grid.
So, P15, you've got the Alfa Romeo of RSF1 Millie. Just in front of him, you've got LR Blazer Guns in the AlphaTauri. Then Crazy Fish in the Red Bull, who are battling for the constructors, so he's a little bit down from where you probably want to be. The Musical Rocket, our championship leader, down in P12. He'll be very, very disappointed. And Spooky in P11. We've got Asteroid making his debut in F3 here in P10 in the Renault. Grunty P9. Eyes the best in P8. Our other championship contender, RSF1 Stretch in P7. Our Rippin' One Shot in P6. Camo P8, P5, not P8. RSF1 Shane in P4. Eagle up in P3. Quirky Turtle in the Haas getting a very, very good P2. And Quaker Oats, who seems to have just disappeared off into the distance on this formation lap, starting in P1 in the AlphaTauri. He seems to have left everybody behind.
Yeah. Exactly the thing not exactly the thing you should be doing on a formation act, because, you know, your tyres will be cold by the time Millsy, who obviously started 15th, comes out. I notice how everyone outside the top 10 is on mediums.
Yes, because I think if you're lucky, you can do a medium hard. But realistically, a lot
What kind of a camera is this?
What have you got?
Look at the stream. What benefit is this? I'm squinting. Let me get a better angle like this. What is this?
That's great.
Oh my goodness. I hope Quaker actually got back in. He's still got an X in his name.
I did invite him back in earlier, so he should be here.
I'm pretty sure he must have joined back in because he was in for qualifying.
Yeah, he did Q3. But otherwise, his AI is
what
the
is
madness.
Right, here we go. Gotta use it now. We head for 30 of the Mexican Grand Prix. Could be a pivotal race in the championship as we go for 4, 5 red lights. Run aboard Shane actually as they go down into turn 1. Quaker's actually not there. He's in AI mode. He's actually got a very good start. And Eagle's not had a great start. It's got so much wheel spin off the line. He's going to get caught by most of these cameras. Had a great start. Quaker's moving to the side for some reason. So Quirky is going to take the lead into turn 1 as they filter through. Hopefully it can get through nicely.
McLaren and the Renault came together, and Rocket, I think, just about avoided damage right behind them, who's up into P9 already.
Very nice for him. So Quirky takes the lead. Good stuff on Quaker Oats. Stayed out the way, realised he was still in AI mode. Went to the side to not cause too much trouble, but it's a real shame for him, and he's dropped to 14th. Even before we end the first lap.
That's really unfortunate for the pole sitter.
How's Rocket got on? He's got up to 8, so a great start from
Spooky,
Rocket.
a penalty
up 4
already.
Places.
And someone's gone off. Someone's gone off. I think it's Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Had a massive moment, obviously.
I think the game gave him a penalty for it as well.
Yeah, it's not good.
And he's got damage.
Yeah, it's not a good start for him. Camo had a great start. Up to second. Obviously, he was originally third, but with Quaker going to the side, he's now challenging Quirky for the lead, but he's got his best mate Shane right behind him as well. Retired already on the first lap.
Yeah, it's a bit of an early one, that.
Mm.
Oh, the AlphaTauris have come together at the back. Blazer
Quaker and Blazer.
Quaker Oats came around the corner and just hit him. He could not avoid him. Oh,
man.
That's awful for the AlphaTauris. They've come together.
Safety car.
That's given Quaker a chance now to go around and get probably a set of odds on, I'd say, at this point, because trying to do the two-stop from the mediums at this point would probably not work.
You said avoid the hards at all costs.
But
now you're telling them go for it?
He's on lap 2 here. If he goes to the mediums and then to a softs, it's not going to work unless he goes 2 mediums.
Double medium?
He could do it if he's got the tyres available.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's gone softer, he won't have that, unfortunately, so you don't know.
Yeah. What a shame for the AlphaTauri team.
Yeah.
AlphaTauri?
I switched to it at the perfect time and saw them go around, and yeah, it was not a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot Quaker could have done, to be honest.
The Rocket up 4 made the most places from the start. Asteroid up 3, Camo up 3,
Will
Stretch
anybody
up
pit?
2. Wacky doesn't. Camo doesn't. I don't think they are. I think it's too early, really.
Yeah, this is why I think Quaker's going to have
Ice
to go
pits.
for the hards.
Grunty pits. And obviously both of the AlphaTauris will, of course, because they are the ones that had damage.
Yeah, and it's going to double
Did
stack
Ice have
as
damage?
well. No.
Ice didn't, so that's the change in strategy.
He's gone for the mediums, so he must be doing 2 mediums. Because you can't do medium off from this point and get to the end. It's too early.
Grunty had front wing damage, so he had to, and then the AlphaTauris both get their damage. At least the safety car, as you say, brings them back in.
Yeah, because the AlphaTauris have had the double stack as well.
Would you say this safety car kind of benefits the medium runners?
Yes. Yeah, it'll give their cars just a little bit more length so that they can go to the softs at the end, and the softs then can just push. They can push the whole time. So this will really benefit them. Just having a little look through the order. So Quirky got a very nice start up into P1. Was he? He was P2, wasn't he, before the AI mode of Quaker Oats?
Yeah. I was looking at the starts. Like Eagle got the most wheel spin and somehow managed to stay in kind of the lead pack as well, which is good from him. Must have battled his way through. Yeah. Camo, by the looks of it, got the better launch, as he got by both Mercedes and Shane. By the looks of it, going into turn 1. I said now he's the one going to be pressurizing Quirky for the lead.
Yeah, this restart's going to be very, very difficult for Quirky. He's going to have to get the restart at the perfect time and gap everyone else and catch them out. Otherwise, he will be passed.
Of course, at this point, keep distance between you and everyone else around you. Otherwise, penalties will be coming your way.
Yeah, I don't understand people that follow right behind somebody else on a safety car, because it normally causes crashes and penalties, like you said. Keep
any unexpected lag, like if a car jumps back or so, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah, and with the game being in the end of its cycle as well, the servers aren't as good as they first were. So keep your distance.
Yeah, something I noticed, by the way, as well, in on the next game, something that I don't think anybody's pointed out. You know the thing how you mentioned earlier in qualifying, where someone goes purple in a sector.
Yeah.
And you think, is it actually best in the session or not?
Right.
But I kind of looked into this on this game anyway. It's not the case, because I went to Race Director and you check the sector times there, and it's, you know, that guy hasn't gone quickest in the middle sector or whatever. On the next game, I noticed actually they fixed it. So whenever somebody goes purple in the next game in qualifying, that is actually fastest in that sector.
Do you know what? That's the best fix they could have done.
Really, of all the fixes that they could?
Well, they've done a lot, but that is a very good fix. Safety car in this lap. Because
nice little feature.
Yeah, it makes it a pain when you're spectating and you're trying to commentate and you don't have any idea if they've actually gone fastest.
Now this is extra tricky, obviously, through the stadium section.
Yeah.
Kito's got to wait till the safety car goes in, which goes in about now. It'll probably go around about half around this corner.
Yeah. He's gone. I think he's
there
gone.
He goes. Oh, Shane. Shane is right up the gearbox of Camo. We're back underway. Shane, he's not using any ERS. He's allowing Camo, I think, just to have this for the moment. But the Red of Asteroid's got Rocket all over the back of him.
Rocket's got to be patient. If he pushes too hard and gets a penalty or makes a silly move and spins himself around, it's going to ruin everything. He's got to be smart. Also, the Mercedes are back to back. At some point, will Eagle move out of the way and let Stretch go?
I was going to mention this under the safety car. You'd assume Eagle would move out the way, but
he hasn't yet. I think he should, for the Mercedes' benefit. There's a yellow flag. Something's happened.
Quaker at the back. Feel really sorry for Quaker. Pole position, I think his first pole in a while, and it's just not gone right since then.
No, a lot of it wasn't even his fault either, so just unfortunate. I think he's retiring because he's really not pushing. Yeah, it looks like it.
No.
I think Quaker's had enough.
Ooh. Big moment for Camo in the end of that lap there around the last corner. Car just didn't want to cooperate, and Shane's using a lot of ERS. He's attacking. He did.
Rocket having a go. Rocket having a go at Asteroid. He's going to try and go around the outside at turn 1. This could end in disaster. Ooh, he's still there. A bit of contact.
Asteroid.
He's still there. Really nice driving by the two drivers here, side by side.
Crazy Fish on the inside of the pair of them.
No!
Oh!
3 wide.
3 wide.
This isn't going to end well.
What a move!
Rocket.
Oh, bit of rubbing tyres.
Oh.
Goodness me, how close do you want to go?
Crazy racing between the three of them.
I mean, it was a bit rough. They scraped the barge boards, which in the next game, if we had that damage on, that would have been interesting for all 3 of them. But
yeah.
Oh.
Is that a damage you can turn on and off, by the way?
Yeah, it's a thing that obviously the admins are probably going to debate about whether to have it on in the first place, because of course we don't run sim damage on this one.
Yeah.
That's something we're going to have to debate about amongst many things.
Yeah, I was just curious.
That was mental, that was.
That was crazy.
Going from Crazy Fish making an attempted double move on Asteroid and Rocket, and then Rocket making an outside double move on the pair of them to retaliate.
Yeah.
Very good racing. Means they've dropped off massively.
He has a 3.4
about 3 seconds
gap to rip in one shot from Rocket. The Mercedes are still following each other.
Yellow flag between Eyes the Best and Blazer Guns. I think Eyes the Best may have spun Blazer because Eyes just let Blazer back through, so...
Yeah, Eyes is having a bit of a nightmare back there as well, for where he normally is.
Fantastic racing between the 3 of them.
Ripping one shots, starting to look a bit fighty on the back of...
Oh, what's going on with Shane?
What's happened to Shane? Yeah. Has he disconnected? I haven't seen him leave.
I must have had a massive moment on the S. He's just lost all sort of momentum because he was on the back of Camo and he's now stuck behind both Mercedes.
That's crazy. As I was about to say, ripping one shot was starting to look a little bit fighty on the back of Stretch as well, and I think he lost a little bit of time because of what happened to Shane.
Oh... Shane using all of his ERS to attack Stretch, and he's going to go side by side around the outside of turn 1. Oh, it's close. Shane trying to recover. He's not reserving ERS at all.
No, he's got
2% already.
Wow. He's just going through it.
He's desperately trying. No, backs out of it.
Rocket has caught up with this group now. He's only 1.6 seconds off of them.
I saw this battling again, and he's dropped Crazy Fish and Asteroid.
Stretch penalty. First penalty of the day.
I think Spooky had one as well.
Oh yeah.
Before he retired.
Yeah, Spooky had one, I think, as he spun, and that's probably what made him retire because he had enough.
this train, is this allowing musical rocket to come into it? Is this where the softs start to drop off a little bit though?
Yes, the softs go really second-hand by this point. The soft tyres have not got very many laps in them of good use. I don't know what the number is, but I think by lap 10 they would probably want them off the car. Asteroid's in.
And
so
again.
if he was on the softs, then that's probably my shout. Yeah, he's going to hards.
Ooh, bold call.
Asteroid's gone to the hard tyres, okay. Right, let's go and have a look what's going on at the front. Camo is catching up with the back of QWERTY Turtle now. 6 tenths off of him.
QWERTY Turtle.
Quirky.
Quirky, not QWERTY. QWERTY Turtle.
It's the heat.
Now, we were talking about team orders with Mercedes, right?
Yep.
What about the two Williams? Because now Rocket is all over the back of Ripon One Shot. It's got tons of dirty air through Shane and through that S section. What are they going to do here?
To be honest, you'd expect most teams to move out of the way, but from what I remember Rocket saying, he doesn't want team orders and he doesn't want his teammate to move out of his way. So this is probably going to have to be a battle. I don't think he'll move.
Ego in the pits.
Oh, he has moved.
As to Shane.
Ripon's letting him go.
Wow.
I believe. No? He's moved to the side, but has not backed off. I'm a bit confused. Yeah, he
We're
has
going to do
let him
this
go.
again, are we? So... You said no team orders. You were lying.
That definitely looked like team orders to me.
Yeah.
And now, Rocket
was...
is on the back of Stretch.
Camo! Outside
No.
of Quirky! Sorry. Oh, Quirky just holds on to the lead, but Camo's attacking him now.
We got our championship rivals now back to back on the track, 3rd and 4th. So, and also, we didn't even mention, I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but Quake is definitely out of the championship fight now.
Yeah, that's it. It's a 2-horse race now.
Yep, between Stretch and Rocket now for this championship battle. I wonder if these two at the front are going to pit. I would.
Yeah, they're 3 seconds ahead of the group behind. Rocket is actually, unbelievably, as I said, he started 12th. As Quirky!
Oh, Quirky!
He nearly hit the pit lane wall, but gets a 5-second time penalty. You've gone far too quick.
Yeah. That's a mistake, because he has a chance at the win today, and that 5 seconds hurt him. That could come back to bite him, that mistake.
Ego, who's already pitted, gets out ahead of his teammate, and Shane gets out ahead of Stretch as well. The undercut has worked for Shane because he's got ahead of Stretch.
Yeah, Stretch
And
stayed on those
shot.
tyres way too long because they were definitely second hand when he came in. And Camo is going to have the same problem. Camo will be behind Quirky, but the thing is, Quirky's now got a 5-second penalty.
It's going far too quick into the last corner. I was sure he was going to hit the pit lane wall, but instead avoided that, but couldn't slow down for the pit lane line.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of decisions.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm almost not surprised. Rocket, who started in 12th, is actually moving into this lead group for the win of this race.
Yeah, I wish I was shocked. It's almost like he's been telling me all
managing
week.
ERS perfectly as well.
He's been telling me all week he thinks he's too fast for this tier, so he's got confidence.
Oh, of course, you say that now. Oh, yellow flag. Blazer Guns has...
Oh, Blazer. Wait, what? It's a strange place
Looks
to
like
be in
it's
the wall.
He's lost it last corner, and I think it just tipped him into the pit lane.
It's been in the pits as well, so he's probably retiring, yeah.
Yep. That's a shame for Blazer. So no points for AlphaTauri. They've had a horrible evening.
And Eagle has jumped Camo. Eagle is in front of Camo after the pit stop.
Camo and Softs, though, is going aggressive.
Yeah, he's going for the aggressive, maybe soft, or potentially soft medium. What tyre was he on at the start? Softs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's going soft, medium then.
Or soft medium. So he's got to use these soft tyres to quickly overtake Eagle, then Quirky, get a gap, and then effectively he'll have the undercut. So he'll probably be leading, but he has to get by Eagle and then Quirky as soon as possible.
Yes, he cannot be wasting any time.
Interesting strategy. It's an aggressive one.
Yeah, I'm surprised he went for the softs. I would have gone mediums and then used the softs at the very, very end again. That would have been the better strategy, I think, because you could use the tyres a little bit better when the field's more spread out.
I mean, if these are fresh softs, these would be very, very good as well, as Quirky sets the fastest lap of the race.
He's going to pass Eagle here nice and easy, before the DRS is even activated, to be honest.
Nicely done, and should be alright before turn 1. Shane might even have a look at Eagle.
Yeah, Shane was
Not
thinking
close
about
enough.
it. Oh, and very importantly, ripping one shots just past Stretch. That's
big.
That's gonna help Rocket
Big for Williams
as well.
Yeah, big for Williams and big for Rocket.
Yeah, that's big news. Stretch is now down into P11 at the moment.
He's still in this pack. Still in this pack though. Another penalty's not going to help though.
No. He's getting a bit flustered, I think, back there. He needs to just get his head down and just concentrate.
Yeah, of course Rocket would say now, oh, I'm too fast for this tier. Well, of course, you only got 3 races left.
Yeah.
No point moving you.
He told me this the other day. I was just like, alright, mate.
Yeah.
I was like, do you remember Monaco when you joined and you were last?
Yeah, there's that as well. And this ain't all over for Stretch. He's still in this kind of train here, this pack, which is kind of on like 4th maybe. 4th, maybe 3rd.
Yeah, he's just going to have to hope everyone else around him gets the penalties that he's picked up as well. Otherwise, he's in a bit of trouble there with the penalties.
Track, the fact we've only got 3 drivers on penalties on lap 14 is actually pretty impressive.
I'm amazed. If I'm completely honest with you, I'm absolutely amazed. Not like judging any of the drivers' abilities, because they're all brilliant, but this track's so easy to get the penalties.
Yeah. 2 Red Bulls, 3rd and 4th at the moment.
Yep. Neither of them have pitted yet, have they?
No. Camo is... well, he's doing exactly what I said he should do on these softs. He's absolutely flown up to the back of Quirky Turtle, who's been held up slightly the dirty air by Millsy, who's yet to pit. And this has all led to Camo. I mean, he's dropped Eagle by like 1.5 seconds on this lap alone.
Yeah. Oh, I tell a lie, mate. I's the best has pitted.
I pitted on the early on, I think, under the safety car.
Yeah, because he's legitimately in P3 then, and Grunty's legitimately in
Double move.
P2,
Camo
P1.
on the back of Millsy and Quirky. He's going to get by Millsy, but he wants to get by Quirky, but Quirky's still got very low drag on that Haas, I think, because stayed ahead, and Camo's looking touch the front wing slightly.
The Red Bulls have just
Shane.
swapped positions at the front.
Shane just got by Eagle as well.
Shane's trying to get back up to where he should be.
You're on board with the battle of Quirky and Camo, and you can see all 4 of them, because he's still got Rip and One Shot and Stretch. There's the penalty that Stretch wants, because Rip and One Shot's just got 1.
Yeah, that's going to help him out a little bit, give him a little bit more confidence.
Camo has to get by Quirky on the straight at the end of this lap, I feel.
Yeah, the thing is, he's using his tyres behind this Haas car. They're just burning bit by bit. He's losing the best part of them.
And even when he gets by them, look, there's the 2 Red Bulls ahead of them.
Exactly. And I's now been let go by Crazy on the last lap, and I think he'll slowly start gapping as well. Grunty's in.
Pits.
I think that's mediums to the end, maybe, from here?
Really?
No, softs. Oh, we're only on lap 16. I thought it was later than that.
I was going to say.
I got a bit confused. Wait, someone else
The
is
Camo with DRS gets by Quirky and Rip and One Shot was looking at the back of Eagle. Ronnie comes out in 10th, just ahead of Asteroid, who's still going on those hards.
Shane's collecting a bit of a train behind him here.
Yeah, One Shot, very late on the break. See that? Even though Stretch has been passed by Rip and One Shot, he's keeping to the back of these guys.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing, just keeping up with them. There in case there's any mistakes. And Camo is already on the back of
Look at the grip
Bunch.
difference. 15 lap mediums against 3 lap softs.
It's got him nice and easy.
Yeah, this is the only downside to Camo's strategy. He's in traffic where he wants to use these soft tyres. He's not really pulling away from Quirky that much.
Can you make the party private, mate?
I thought I had. Oh, I have not.
Just had a message of Mr. Pilkey, Joe Pilkey from Div 1.
Wait, how did he know I was...
He's friends with me on Xbox, so he probably saw that it was joinable.
Oh, okay.
Cheers, Joe, if you're listening.
Thank you, Joe. Ooh. Again, One Shot close to have a go at Eagle, but backs out of it.
And Camo is past eyes already. He's using these soft tyres now.
Very good. The last jigsaw in this puzzle, Chris, is when Rocket pits. Where is he going to come out in all this?
Yeah, and it's also, what tyres does he choose to go on? Because he was hinting at me about trying the medium to hard. And will he try it? I don't know. It's Rocket. You never know what he's going to do.
It's a bold one.
Yeah.
He'll be caught horrendously at the end of the race.
Exactly. He's in now. He's in the pits. And he hasn't sped, so that's progress. Let's see what tyres he goes on to. I'm watching his pit crew now. I think it's mediums. No, he's going on to the softs. Medium, soft, I think. He'll do.
I think that's good because...
Ice is on the hards.
Wow, he's quite a bit far behind. Here comes One Shot on Eagle. Tried a couple of times. He's just got close enough for DRS and he's through. He's passed both Mercedes now.
One Shot is flying at the moment.
Doing all that he needs to do for Williams and for his teammate.
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment, this is Camo's time. He needs to just go. He needs to disappear into the distance. But his tyres are already 5 laps old. He spent, I think, 2.5 laps stuck behind Quirky Turtle. So I don't know if he's got any good life left in these tyres at this point, because they do wear very, very quickly, especially in behind another car.
Oh, Eagle got it all wrong in the entrance into the S section.
Also, one thing I love about a 2-stop race is the strategy difference. I love a good strategy difference, because Musical just came in, pitted for the softs, and Eyes the Best on the same lap came in and pitted for the hards.
Yeah, of course, they didn't have to pit again either. Anybody those on hards.
Yeah, Eyes the Best will be able to go to the end. Asteroid might struggle, but I think he can just about do it. But he'll probably pit for softs at the end just so he's not going backwards, I would say.
Still no team orders from Mercedes.
No, I'm
Eagle on
finding this
Stretch.
really strange because the more Stretch is stuck behind Eagle, the closer Rocket's getting.
Yeah, you can see that Williams, he's gaining like a second a lap.
Exactly. If I was in charge of Mercedes, I would have let Stretch past a while ago.
For championship's sake.
Exactly. Not because I like team orders, I absolutely hate them. But realistically, this is not helping Stretch at all.
It's not. So Camo's 3 seconds in the lead. So here's the thing with Camo's strategy. The strategy he's got right now, Chris.
Yep.
When everyone pits for their second stop, he will lead. Because obviously he will effectively have the undercut. Because he will obviously pit earlier. So he'll have the lead. But the only problem he'll then have is he'll have One, two,
sorry to
three,
interrupt,
four,
but
five.
Rocket's about to pass Stretch down the main straight. He's all
Uh-oh.
over the back of him already, and I think he'll pass him here. Stretch is using a lot of ERS on exit of the corner, but now it's going to be a nice easy move. DRS and Slipstream, he should be able to pass him. And he will as well. They're side by side actually. Stretch hasn't
Will
given
he?
up the position
Oh!
yet. I thought Stretch would have given it up. Rocket goes around the outside there. Oh my god. And he makes it stick. Rocket's past Stretch. That was
Extra grip with the soft tyres.
Stretch hasn't given up.
Stretch
He's coming back at him. No,
Oh.
not quite enough grip in his tyres. Yeah, carry on anyway, mate. Apologies for that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the problem Camo's going to have is he's going to have 5 drivers all on soft tyres chasing him down at the end of the race. And the question will be, can he then hold them off?
Yes, because I think Camo's going to the mediums at the end, isn't he?
Yeah. And all those on mediums now will go to the softs.
Yeah, so he's going to be practically a sitting duck. It's probably not going to be ideal. As I can see
So
now,
Rocket's job-
Rocket is literally going through these medium runners like they don't exist.
Yeah. Well, what Rocket needs to do is kind of do what Camo does. He needs to filter through these as quickly as possible. He's got to run on Eagle. Good thing that curve ain't an auto spin curve because it's all over
Yeah.
it.
He rode a little bit too much of that curve for my liking.
He should be able to get Eagle on the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about.
Now next up for him is his teammate. As we've seen previously, he'll probably just move to the side. So, something that Mercedes probably need to learn from.
Still don't know who's going to win this race, really.
No, it's all up in the open at this point. Because Rocket's put his name up there now. Rocket could generally win this race.
The thing with Rocket, though, he's on the same strategy as Camo, isn't he? Although 6 laps.
No, Rocket
Under.
Rocket started on the medium.
But no, he's got to pit again for. Would he go double soft, actually?
Yeah, he can. When he came in on the mediums, he can go double soft, so he's going to be quick at the end as well.
Ah, okay.
So.
But these guys will also go to soft, so he's got to
Yeah.
get ahead of him.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice little race at the end. Camo's in. Camo's in.
Camo pits. That should be mediums easy to the end.
Yeah, comfortably.
Yep. No moving aside from Ripon one shot yet because he's like, I still want to have a go at Shane.
Ooh!
But ooh,
Rocket, patience.
they're getting too close.
Oh dear. He's not known for his patience.
USA all over again.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need another Williams battle like that. That was scary.
Oh, square me up the brakes.
Rocket's getting so impatient right now.
I just popped onto one shot. He actually used ERS to move away, so he's not letting him through this time.
No. That's probably not the best of ideas. But we love a good
Look at
battle.
Rocket, he's so much quicker. This is hurting him.
Yep.
Oh,
He's going to dive bomb.
this be a risky move.
Oh, they've hit.
Contact!
Camo 3-second penalty.
Ripping one shot penalty as well. Oh,
Has Rocket got damage? He just took that last line very weird through the final corners.
I need to get a good angle of it. No, he's fine.
Unless he's got the line damage that you can't see.
Possibly.
Because they did make
But
contact.
that nudge, they did. That nudge from one shot was a slight tap. Anything malicious, but that tap sent one shot offline, giving them another penalty.
Yeah, that's frustrating for the Williams cars. What are you uh-ohing at? What happened?
Well, no, I was saying because, there's probably going to be tension here. It's like, you nudge me in the penalty, here comes Rocket. Might go for a lunge on Shane. Shane giving him the room.
Rocket not
Shane
here.
didn't have to give him the room, but squeezing him all. Contact again.
Please not here.
He did it. There's the aggressive of Mr. Rocket. He's not afraid.
I had flashbacks. He did that to me in practice and I spun.
He's not afraid of letting his elbows out, even in a championship
Yeah,
position that he is.
yeah, he really does need to think about the championship because at the moment he's driving like a madman.
You're a madman.
He needs to relax. Jeez.
It's aggressive, maybe. No. You need the aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, you need to know when to be aggressive. That's
Of course,
the
there's a
thing.
limit.
Exactly. There's a yellow
Got a
flag.
flag. I think it's
I
Millsy.
think it was Millsy. Yeah, I think it was Millsy.
Yeah. Safety car would be fun at this point.
Yeah,
Just
safety car will
thinking.
be crazy at the end. Asteroid, another penalty.
How many's he got? 9.
Yeah, it's safe to say we're slightly off on our pre-race predictions.
Mm.
Just a
Yeah,
little
just,
bit.
oh yeah, just a bit. Especially my one. I mean, Shane's still on for a podium here,
Yeah, Shane's still got a
Holding
good
up the
chance.
holding up the train.
Rocket will pass the
Work is
Haas
8
here.
seconds, by the way.
Nice
Yeah.
and easy. Or will he wait to the straight? He's going to wait.
So Camo, meantime, plenty of clean air, and he's on medium tyres, safe to the end. He is 14 seconds behind the leader, so he will resume in the lead once everyone pits, but it's whether he has enough of a gap to
You
anyone as
say-
Shane pits.
You say that, but it depends how far Rocket goes on these tyres and if he can absolutely bolt. Now he's out in front. He's just took the lead. Past Quirky Tail,
Yeah.
nice and easy down the main straight. Now, if Rocket has an amazing 2 laps or a lap or so, he could not be that far behind Camo, or potentially even get in front of him.
So Shane has come out. Well, here's the thing. Shane was about 4 seconds behind Camo when he pitted. He's now 8 seconds. Well, nearly 9 seconds behind.
Yeah, that hasn't worked for Shane at all, has it?
Hmm. That's what I'm saying. Is when all these guys pits, it depends. Yeah, someone in the chat says 21 seconds for a pit stop, and Camo is currently 14 seconds.
Okay.
Mhm.
I have
So, it
absolutely
depends
no
on the
idea how
gap.
long the pit stops were, to be fair.
Yeah. Neither did I. Neither did I. So I think for the
Yeah, appreciate whoever said that.
laziness, or laziness. Sorry, that's an L-A-Y-Z, not a L-A-Z-Y.
At this point, you're just abusing them. You're just
Eagle
being
and
mean.
one-shot pit. Releases stretch finally. The Mercedes team orders are working amazingly. That stretch is like, Bono, can you hear me, Bono?
Bono, what's he doing?
Working another penalty. He's up to... What's he up to now? That's 11 seconds with that 5. And of course, he will serve that 5 seconds when he pits.
Oh, is that how it works? Yeah, that's a good point.
So we'll lose all that time in the pit stop. Shane, look at the gap that Shane has on one shot. Also that undercut. Immortal. apparently.
Also, Shane is going to be ahead of Rocket when he pits.
Yeah. Wait, he is?
It's 21 seconds now. 20
Ooh,
seconds. It's going to be close.
Yeah. Penalty free as well.
Exactly. Asteroid, another penalty.
Yeah.
Is Rocket in this
same-
lap? He's got to be.
It's the
surely.
same as Camo, I think. I think he's used a lot in his tyres.
Rocket's not
Again
going
as
to
well.
the end here, is he?
He can't.
Surely
Possible.
not.
No, impossible, no. He's
So
got
why is
another
he
9
not pitting?
laps.
I'm really confused why he's not pitting. 'Cause he's losing a
He's going to
second
go
a lap.
probably... It's probably another lap or something.
He's losing a second a lap
Yeah.
at the moment.
Or to Shane. Yeah, Shane's absolutely flying. He might have a fresh set. Yeah, fastest lap from Shane. Shane is absolutely on it.
Yeah. If I was Rocket, I would have pitted that lap. I think he's going too far.
Depends whether Rocket has a fresh set of sauce left.
Yeah,
This
he
is
might have a
all...
one set.
Yeah, if you're using a 2-stop, softs at the end, this is all down to whether you save a set of softs in qualifying, and and to affect whether you chose the right set, because there's a thing on this game where you got to save a particular set, if that makes sense. I can't remember which one it was.
I don't know what you mean. Wait, so basically you save all the sets from the qualifying for the race. Is that correct?
So first of all, you got to select the softer selection of tires.
Right. Okay. Rocket's in.
So you get more softs than you would normally, than the balanced one. But you then have, like, it says, like, reserved for Q1, reserved for Q2, reserved for Q3. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it's the Q3 set you need to save. And then you get it back fresh for the race.
Okay.
Yeah, have to use far right in Q3. Saying Immortal in the chat.
Ah, okay.
Out comes Rocket. He's behind One Shot and Shane.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were right.
Rocket stayed out way too long.
Just got out ahead of Eagle. Alright, so
now it's race on.
We've all pitted twice. And as Grunty gets by Quirky to Quirky, yeah, that 5 seconds hurt him horrendously because now he's way outside that battle.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Quirky. He's been really good today and deserved something out of this race, but unfortunately that has ruined him.
So
Rocket on the back of his teammate again. We're gonna have another Williams bit of chaos, I think.
Yeah, both aiming for a podium.
Yeah.
I mean, One Shot has 2 penalties. He really should step aside, to be honest.
Yep.
But Willie.
Willie. Exactly, Willie. And all 3 of these drivers are catching camo at a rate of knots.
Yep, 3 seconds is the gap. Remember, Camo has a penalty as well, which might hamper him, but here comes Rocket.
Rocket's not using his ERS. I would be on that ERS right now to pass him as quick as possible.
One Shot was using the RS.
He's using it now.
To make it easy.
Rocket down the inside. Is he going to go for Shane as well? He thought about it. And he's made the move on his teammate. And he's up into P3. Now, can he ever go at Shane immediately? I think he might, you know.
Well, it certainly is. He's going to be close enough, I reckon.
And he's going to go down the inside. And will Shane try and hold it around the outside? It doesn't look like he thought it was a good idea. And Rocket into P2 from P12.
Good move. Meanwhile, One Shot trying to go around the outside of Shane. Ever since the first stop, One Shot and Shane have been going at it. Shane will be alright for this.
Penalty.
He's on. Oh, penalty!
Oh, that could come back to bite him.
Now, I was going to say he didn't need to catch Camo and pass him. Now he does.
Yep, now he's put the pressure on himself.
I think he will, though, because he's catching him like ridiculous.
Yeah. But now he's got the pressure to pull away from Shane, who hasn't got any penalties. Yeah, like sector 2.
And Rocket help with that. Asteroid. Spinning.
His debuts started well in quali, but it hasn't really worked out in the race, unfortunately for him in F3. Ripping One Shot's just past Shane down the main straight. I did not see that.
That'll do well for his teammate.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if he can keep Shane behind him and like let Rocket gap, that will help massively. And also in the background, Stretch is nowhere near Eagle anymore.
6th place with 6 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, and 6.8 seconds off of his teammate now.
Yeah, meanwhile, Rocket is all over the back of Camo.
Yeah. Oh, Rocket not there! Oh my god, I caught the end of that. Rocket, patience.
I don't think I understand.
Oh my god! What's he doing?
No.
Rocket!
No.
Oh, he's gonna give us heart failure. What's he up to?
Doesn't need to be this. I like how aggressive he is, but it doesn't have to be this aggressive. And now Camo, you're look at his ERS pulling away. Make it even more difficult. They're gonna have the AI carve Asteroid in the middle of this. Hello.
Oh, he can't pass him because of yellow flags. Surely he can't pass him.
Outside. This is how much
That
he wants
must
the
be an illegal
championship.
overtake.
Oh.
Surely he's gonna have to let him back through because that was yellow flags. Was it not?
I mean, the game would have told him.
Oh, it looks like he hasn't let him back through, so it must be okay.
Yeah, the game would have told him anyway. It's not. It is one of those things.
Yeah.
I think you're right about Shane. You know, all of that, it just kept Shane on the back of this.
Exactly. Rocket should have been patient
Ooh.
through that little section, and he could have passed him on the straight without losing time.
Needs to get 1.1 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, now a second. I mean, he is gaining now, but
Yeah, he needs to go, and he needs to go now.
that could have ended in. That could have ended in tears. You know, the lunge he did here, and then a few quarters before that, that could have so easily gone so wrong.
Yeah, and he would only had himself to blame, because that was crazy. I don't know what he was thinking, to be honest. Oh, battle in the back. Camo's losing
shot.
P2. So ripping one shot, and Shane is starting to look like he's tempted to go as well.
Shane's got no ERS at all. I don't know how he's keeping up with these guys.
I don't know how he's managed to go down to 0.
Yeah, Camo's mediums. He's been caught
Yeah,
horrendously by the soft tyres.
yeah. I knew when he was on this
battling
strategy
through.
it would hurt him, to be honest.
Yeah, that battling through to try and get past Quirky and then both the Red Bulls, he didn't have enough of a gap.
No. That's unfortunate for him, but he'll learn from it, to be fair. Those mediums were definitely not the right tyre to be on at the end. That's for sure.
How many warnings is Rocket on? Because I know he got a penalty recently, but if he's
I'll
close to
check.
a second, that would really cost him. Because he's doing enough now on Shane, but if he's one warning away...
He is one warning away.
He's got to be so careful. 3 seconds is fine. 6? No. I don't think he can get 6 in 4 laps.
No, exactly. Unless Shane makes a mistake and picks up one. But Shane's pretty good with penalties. I don't think he will pick up one.
Shane's pretty good for a podium right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll be... Let me check my records. Where is F3? There is F3. Shane hasn't had a podium this season. He's had 4th in Bahrain, Vietnam, Spain, and Japan and USA last time out. He's been so close to a podium. He's looking good for 2nd, actually.
Exactly. Camo just picked up another penalty as well. And
Eagle
lost
on the
the position
outside
to
of him.
Eagle. Yeah. Ooh! Side by side.
And
Still
Eagle's
side by
just
side.
giving him the run. Nicely done. But yeah,
Yeah.
these mediums are just all caught up for him.
Yeah, those mediums are awful.
They're not too bad, but again, I think if he had enough of a gap, which I think he would have if he was in clean air past Quirky Turtle, but because of all that, he didn't have enough of a gap to hold them off.
Exactly. Now Rocket, I'm not sure if he's still pushing really, really hard or if he's kind of just being smart, but he's up to 3.3 seconds, 3.4 as the gap.
Yeah, that's the one shot, but he's got 4.3 to Shane, so...
So he's trying to. I think he's pushing towards the 6-second barrier in case he picks up the extra penalty.
Camo's coming back at Eagle. What tyres are... Yeah, it's only 7 laps, but maybe Eagles weren't fresh
Eagles
because
around.
he should have really...
I think he might have clipped the back of Camo in turn 1 and it spun him around.
Must have been a very light touch on the rear. I don't think there was...
No, there was no maliciousness in it at all. It was just one of those 2 into 1 don't work sort of thing. You know what, Rocket is getting close to that 6-second gap.
Just in case he gets one. He's 4.70. I still think if he does get another penalty, I'm not saying he will, not commentate skirts and all that, but he's got to be so careful. He doesn't need to push now.
No, but he still is.
Maintain his pace.
He's a madman.
Which is where you need your championship head on, really.
Exactly.
I mean, even if he loses the win, he'll be 2nd and he'll still gain points on stretch. It'll be another 10-point gap if he ends up 2nd. And of course, if he's first, that's 17 17. Yeah, another 17 points, and he was 13 going into this, so it'll be 30 points going into Brazil.
He'll be in a very nice place.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be able to wrap up
the
the championship potentially in Brazil if that's the case.
Yeah, he'll need a really good race with Stretch not having a good one, but I tell you, you go from USA, and now tonight as well. Stretch is, you know, he's trying to be as consistent as possible. Maybe these are just two tracks that, on pace wise, he's just not
another
too
penalty.
quick. Another penalty as well,
which might lose him position there to Grunty.
Well, yeah, he's within 2-3 tenths of Grunty.
He might even lose a position to Eyes the Best. And Crazy
Close
Fish.
to Eyes, he met. No, because Crazy Fish is too far back.
As well.
Might end up 8th or 9th.
Oh no. Now Rocket can relax with his final lap, otherwise he's going to pick up a penalty and it's going to be so close to not winning this race.
Yeah. Doesn't need to. Meanwhile, Shane wants second place on track with one shot. He doesn't need to overtake him, but he's got saved DRS. He's got to go for it. Massive straight line speed on him. And gets second on track. Had it on penalties anyway, but
yeah,
here we go. Last lap it is, and all Rocket has to do.
Essentially what Shane wants to do here is he's got himself into P2, and now he's just going to hope that Rocket picks up another penalty, because now he can control the pace he wants to run at, instead of following the Williams around.
All Musical Rocket needs to do is just keep it clean.
Keep it on the track.
Don't need to push. You already have fastest lap, I think. Yeah, you do. So
I'm on board with him. He's backing off here. He's being smart.
Yeah, there you go.
To be honest, he's got the gap nearly to 6 seconds anyway.
One shot a penalty himself, which is so close to Camo getting back on the podium. Camo's recovered on those medium tyres, actually. Gap to Eagle. One shot comes out the last corner, and it's back-to-back victories for Musical Rocket and the Williams. His AI spins it into the wall. So excited. Shane gets P2. That is Shane's first podium this season. Very well deserved from Shane. Up in one shot in third. No, Eagle in third. Eagle nabs third in the last second. So one shot drops to fourth. Camo fifth. Quirky Turtle sixth. Stretch in seventh. Grunty eighth. And then both the Red Bulls ninth and 10th of Millsy, the last runner, in 11th.
And if you look at the gap that Rocket had across the line, it would have been enough if he got another penalty as well. He had a 3.1 second gap after the penalty was added. I suppose you can't argue with the driver of the day today on the game.
Well, no, you still have the driver of the day vote on Twitter. Of course, he's definitely going to be one of the nominations, that's for sure.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
You know, I've never had one.
Have you not?
I've never had a nomination since it... Well, to be fair, it came in this season, and my season this season has been atrocious, so... So, I have no excuses. Unless, Poland and win in Brazil. Even then, it'd be like, nah, because you didn't gain many positions, so you don't get the nomination, but...
That's true. Do you want me to invite the boys in for you?
Please, please.
Gotcha. Invite.
Jesus Christ. Please, get cooler.
I know, cool down already. It's ridiculous. And then we'll get Rocket. Right to party.
Oh, Eagle didn't have any penalties, that's why he jumped to third.
Alright, Johnson.
Hello.
There we are, lovely.
Do. Wow.
Right, how are we going to do the questions this time, Chris? Are you going to do one?
I'll do rocket if you want, because it might be easier for me.
Oh, okay. That works for me.
Okay.
My sound has gone on this game now.
There's always some weird problem with it, isn't there?
Right, we'll start off with Eagle in the Mercedes. Your first podium, if my records are correct, since Hungary.
Possibly.
If I'm right.
No idea.
You're the driver, you should know.
I've had 2 podiums this season, so I know one was Monaco.
Monaco
Yeah.
with the win.
Yeah. So if you say it's Hungary, I'll agree with you.
P2 on my records anyway.
Yeah, I know I did P2. I can't remember what track it was, but okay.
Yeah. You've had a roller coaster of a season, so this must feel very, very good. And you were on pace, but penalty free as well, which helped you bump into third, which is also very impressive. So you've got to be very happy with this one.
Yeah, I was on 2 warnings about halfway through, so that's why I wasn't really pushing as hard as I could, because I wanted to keep it clean, because I knew I'd be able to jump some people at the end. So the plan of not going so fast worked, because I managed to jump 2, I think it was, at the end to get on the podium.
Camo and one shot.
Yeah, well, I knew I had Camo because he had 6 seconds, but then I nearly threw it away with like 2 laps to go, because I overtook him and then he overtook me back, and then going into turn 1 I just touched his rear and it spun me around.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then I dropped out of one shot's penalty time frame, but I think he got another one on the last lap or something, so I just managed to get back in it again.
Yeah, he did.
So thanks to Button for keeping me informed with what was going on there as well. So
yeah, definitely good race for yourself. Keeps you fighting for that top 4 on the Race of Champions, although obviously you had Shane, who's kind of in that battle as well, who beat you. So in terms of these last 2 races, you still fighting for it?
yeah, I guess so. The points are still there, aren't they? So never give up. But I had quite a good battle with Shane today. I seemed to be quicker than him through sector 2, and then he was down the straight. He was just pulled away from me, so he obviously running in lower wings than I was.
Yeah.
I doubt it.
What was you running?
210.
Maybe not. I was running 2.9. Maybe just the Renault's faster then.
Use a lot of VRS.
So you're way quicker than me down the straight. I just used what I was doing is using everything out to the final corner.
Yeah. I enjoyed that though. It's probably the most fun race I've had all season.
I just got battle and dripping.
Yeah, I'm a bit sweaty.
Yeah, lovely, nice battle in this 26-degree weather. That's what you like. Brazil. Next time out, what's your thoughts for Brazil? You're pretty good around Brazil, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, I like Brazil. It's one of my favourite tracks, but you never know, do you? I tend to mess up my favourite track, so we'll see.
Well, it's another short track, so like today, it should be a very good battle, especially in qualifying as well.
Yeah, it'll be close. It'll be very close.
Right, good luck in Brazil next week.
Thank you very much.
Alright, we head now to second place on the rostrum. Mr. Shane.
Hello.
Welcome to the rostrum, because so many times this season you've gone so close to getting on it. I think it was 4th place, I think about 5 times.
I've had a few. I've had back-to-back 4th places.
Yeah, Japan and USA as well. So you've been so close and so far from the podium, but you got it today, and not only that, P2 as well, and seem to be on pace all evening tonight. Is Mexico one of those tracks that you expected to be up near the front?
It's a strong track for me. The previous 2 seasons, 2 seasons ago, I was on for the win. Changeable conditions. I pitted just before a safety car come out and switched over tyres to the dries, and then spun on the outlap.
Oh, I think I remember that as well, yeah.
And then last season, I got dashboarded and started the tyres with minus 200 and something degrees. I think I qualified P2 or P3. But I thought at one point I was going to get the win today, but Musical was just so fast. And brutal as well. He was not holding back any punches when it comes to overtaking.
That's him.
We know.
When he overtook me, I
Yeah.
really thought, I can't remember what turn it was, but I was thinking, oh, he'll definitely back out of this here. And he didn't. It could have been terrible for the both of us, but we managed to get round a little contact, nothing major.
Yeah. That's his style. He's aggressive. He gets his elbows out. But in terms of yourself, though, this does brilliant for you because obviously keeps you in that battle for the top 4, the race of champions. You are chasing down Camo, which you did beat by a couple of places today. I'm guessing it is something you want to be a part of. It seems to be something you're aiming for.
Well, yeah, I didn't realise, to be honest, I was that close. I'd sort of stopped checking the points, but then I've had a few good races, which obviously put me back in contention, I suppose.
I think you were 17 points behind, and you must be like only 5 or something like that.
Oh, okay. But no, it was a good battle. I mean, it's battling from the weird go to the checkered flag, pretty much. Overtook Elliott on the last lap. I was hoping that Musical would get a penalty. I've still never won an RSF1, and Musical stopped me today. Again.
Well, you still got Brazil and Abu Dhabi left to go. Brazil next time out. Again, like Igor, remember you being particularly strong at this?
No, I'm not very strong at Brazil and USA. Brazil and Abu Dhabi, sorry. So I'm not expecting too much. Just keep it clean and see what happens.
Yeah. But yeah, well done for your second place, and good luck for the last 2 races of the season.
No worries, nice one.
All right, race winner. Hand over to Chris.
Right, Mr. Musical, coming from P12 on the grid. How on earth did you manage to get from P12 to, I think you was in P8, P7 by turn 2? What happened at the start?
I got a really good launch. It wasn't as good as my rivals on the left. They always used so much ERS, and I didn't want to use any. Then I saw Quakers coming from the right-hand side, and it was literally a position where I either had to drink left or I was going to hit straight into the back of him. And somehow we managed to get through there 5 wide at one point. But yeah, good launch and overtaking some cars into turn 1. Then you had that contact at turn 3 with 2 drivers, which I'll leave nameless, obvious reasons.
Yeah,
So-
we saw it.
Except from that, I managed to get my way through the pack, and Shane was probably the hardest person I had to pass because he just parked that car so well. I went around the outside of him at one point, and I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but he just managed to back out in time. I thought he was going to spin.
Yeah. Well, that brings me to the next question. Why was you being so aggressive on the overtakes? Because realistically, you've got to think of the championship, and you were driving like literally the race depended on it. What was going through your head? Just out of curiosity.
A lot. So basically, I woke up this morning, texted Lincoln I was going to win today. So I had that running on my shoulders because I already told him I was going to win, so I had to win. And yeah, I don't know, I just wasn't really thinking about the championship as much. I know that obviously Stretch held me up in quali a little bit. I'm not going to say too much about that because Rubens will get angry at me otherwise.
Yeah,
But-
behave.
Wow, thanks. But yeah, I mean, just managed to get past Stretch quite nicely around the outside of turn 2. And after then, I didn't think about the championship at all because I knew it was in front of him.
Yeah, you did some very, very nice overtakes, but yeah, borderline bit of rubbing. And talking of overtakes, you were behind your teammate at one point. Was there team orders today? Because I think at one point he moved to the side and let you go, and then another time he decided not to and he battled you very hard. What was going on?
I think the first time he knew I was coming, I was on faster compound tyres, so he just wanted to get out of the fresh air. He wanted me to go in front so I could catch up to the cars in front, bring him forwards. I think the second time, because we were in a group of 5, he didn't realise I was the next car behind him, because by that point I already cleared 3 cars. And he might not have realised that I was the one directly behind him, which is why he maybe battled it. But no, there wasn't any team orders anyway. He didn't actually have to move out of the way at all, but...
Yeah,
in the
because
end-
at one point it did look like he just decided to let you go. But as you said, it was because he realised you was on better tyres at the time, which is very
Yeah.
smart, to be honest. Also, when did you actually think you could win the race today? Because starting from P12, you don't really expect to go and win. What
The
point
minute-
did you realise you had a chance?
The minute the camo went on to mediums was the minute I knew I had a chance, because he's gone from the wrong strat completely there. You either do soft, medium, or you do medium, soft. But he went for soft, medium, soft, and it's like... I think he went for that anyway. No, he went soft, medium.
He was soft, medium. Yeah, he left himself on mediums at the end.
That obviously isn't going to work. Come the end of the race, you need to be on this faster tyre, otherwise you're going to go backwards, and it's going to get frustrating. So I think from that point on, I just... Yeah, kind of knew it was coming, in a way. I mean, obviously I still had to clear some of the guys, but the fresh tyres helped massively.
Yeah. Well, it was a very nice drive. So how are you feeling for Brazil then? Because you've gained a good amount of points today off stretch. So I don't know what the points are now, but you've gained a good amount. I'm sure Rubens can tell us. But
I think it's 13. And I just got 26 points, so that's 39 points, but I don't know where stretch finished, so 30 points minus wherever stretch finished.
Okay. Well, how are you feeling for Brazil? Do you think you're going to be up there, or?
Let's hope so, but no promises.
No promises. I like how you keep your cards down. Brilliant.
Not champion yet,
we
so
all
not
know.
giving anything
We
away.
all know we'll be up there. If only
Of
if
course
you
he
make
will.
mistakes.
Of course you will. But yeah, congratulations anyway, Mr. Musical.
Wait.
Well done.
2 more things. Shout out to Draco, give me that setup. Well, he didn't give me a setup, but he was set up I stole from TT. And yeah, shout out to my friend once again. Why not?
Fair enough, mate. Stop shouting at your friends.
Yeah, why not? They know who they are.
Mr. Rubens, back to you, mate.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's all right.
That's
We
good
just
timing.
literally finished the interview. That's perfect timing.
Woo.
Where did stretch finish?
Rubens, what's the points difference, mate? Because I don't actually
Because
know.
we 39 points. Take away over stretch finished.
Can't remember where stretch finished. That's the thing.
I think it was seventh.
I think he was 7th.
So that's 35
We'll go
points.
with seventh because that's what we seem to think. I don't
35
know.
points, 54 up to grabs.
So you were
13? I think that's what your math said last time, I don't know.
Yeah, it was 13 before today.
was 13. You beat him by 18. So it's 31 points. If my maths are correct. Yeah.
Very good place
31
going
points.
into the final 2 rounds. Then.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And it is
stretch
now
has to
officially
transform me.
is now officially a 2-horse race. It's you or Stretch because Quaker was in it and he's now out of it. So there it is. Rocket or Stretch.
It's gonna need DNF from me though, wouldn't they? Anything
But
happen?
yeah, well done, Rocket. Well done, Rocket, on your win. Very well deserved.
Thank you.
And everyone that was on the podium today, well deserved race. And yeah, 2 more races to go, Chris. You've been drafted in to kind of finish off F3 this season. Brazil, Abu Dhabi to go. Obviously, we want it to go to Abu Dhabi, but it could all end in Brazil if things go Rocket's way. But of course, as I say, we both want it to go down to the finale, don't we? We want to hype it up, get to the final week.
Well, if Rocket outscores Stretch next week, it's over. I think that's correct, isn't it?
We'll figure that out.
Yes,
Figure that out. It's
that's
certain,
correct.
Certain things or whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out before the end. We'll figure out the maths and so on. But yeah, it could be possible, but we'll see.
Just jump in quick before we end. Obviously, I don't know if it's been mentioned, Brundle, but today we found out some sad news about.
I did, but you can mention it again.
Part of the F1 community, SLR Callum, unfortunately passed away. If you do go over to our Twitter, they are trying to raise some money for his family and his kids. So if you go over to our Twitter, Racing Series F1, they're just giving pages on there. Obviously, he's not part of the RSF1 family, but he is part of the F1 community, so we do it to support everyone where we can. So I know it's tough times, but if you've got any spare cash and you want to help out his family, it's on there for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, and that race was for Callum. Hopefully he would have enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoyed it, as I think Chris did as well. So
Yeah, it was great.
hopefully we did him proud. Yes, so Brazil, next time out, should be a very interesting race for F3. And yeah, they'll be duking it out, and we'll see how the race goes. Can we have a different winner? Will Rocket wrap it up? Will Stretch fight back? We shall see. Many questions will be answered next week. 8 o'clock, Monday. Hopefully be a lot more cooler next week.
Hope so.
But yeah, we'll see. As for the rest of this week, we still have a few Mexico Grand Prix to do. We have F5 tomorrow. I'll be back in the comms box once again. It would be Rogue, but he's just said he wants to be a backup co-commentator. So we'll find out who that is tomorrow. He'll be alongside me. We'll figure all that out, but I will definitely be back again to provide you the F5 Championship, where you got the fight between Andy Yuskin, Tedist, and Raikkonen to decide. I don't believe they can decide it tomorrow.
Go on, Andy.
But I know who's cheering who on. Principal Renault, of course. So
Jamie all the way.
we'll see. We'll see. Figure out. I think Jamie can't win it.
No, I don't think you can anymore.
No. Well, Jamie's in F4.
Yeah, come
You're
on.
confusing people.
No,
Come
am
on,
I now?
musical.
Oh, who's in F5 then?
Confuse
Tedis,
me.
there you go.
Tedis or Ted first. Yeah. So yeah, all of that will be decided tomorrow. Make sure you join us. F1, of course, the Drivers' Championship has already been wrapped up by Corey Marshall, but there are plenty of rivalries to be sorted out on Wednesday when Blazer Guns and Hippo bring you the action on that one. And then we're back to F4, where who knows at this point? Who knows? It can go one of 8 ways still.
Yeah. F4 is really fun to race in, I can tell you.
And another chapter will be written in their story when they go to Mexico on Thursday. And then we head to Brazil. There's only 2 more weeks after this. Anyway, thank you very much for everybody for watching, joining, so on and so forth. Apologies for the thing that was in the chat earlier, but they have been sorted out, so hopefully they will grow up by about 20 years next time. So they've been dealt with, and hopefully we can move on from that. But it was definitely a very good race from F3. Some great battles as well. That 3 wide moment as well was very good. From everyone here, Chris, thank you very much for your company.
No problem, mate.
And make sure you join us next time. Until then, take care, keep cool, and see you next time.